Hey guys, it's Zeon, the realest motherfucker in the Dragon Ball community, and I am back with another Dragon Ball Super review. And this time we are on episode 16. This episode opens with Kaioshin talking to Elder Kaioshin, and gives us some foreshadowing for Champa. Finally! We are 16 episodes into this goddamn series that promoted Champa before it even fucking debuted. And we finally got some foreshadowing for him. I am really grateful that they're getting to that. Next we cut to Goku on his farm doing boring farm shit, and Kuririn shows up. And the two had this really nice scene where they reminisce about old times, talk about their training, you know, being friends. Which is nice because we actually get to see them being the best friends that we're constantly told that they are. So I really appreciated this scene. Something else I really appreciated was the flashback to Dragon Ball, when they were training with the Muten Roshi. Partially because I fucking love Dragon Ball, and partially because they actually took the effort to reanimate this sequence. I guess somewhere along the line, some Toei executive finally decided to start pouring some money into this series. After they finish reminiscing, Kuririn tells Goku to punch him, and Goku decks the shit out of Kuririn, leading to a hilarious scene of Kuririn flying halfway across the damn country. Which then leads into a very sweet and humorous scene of 18 tending to Kuririn's wounds. One thing I really appreciate about Dragon Ball Super is that it shows these characters just being people. It shows them in their everyday lives, interacting with each other, and showing these small, human, emotional moments that really helps flesh these characters out as people. We got a lot of this with Videl and Gohan, and now we're getting some of this with Kuririn and 18. And it's these simple slice-of-life moments of the series that I enjoy the most. Something else I really enjoyed was seeing Bulma and Whis hang out. It's established in this episode that Whis and Bulma became friends, and Whis keeps returning to Earth to try all of Earth's foods, and Bulma's taking him around, basically to get on their good side, in hopes that Beers will never show back up and try to destroy the goddamn planet. And it's really nice to get this explained. Because where most people watching Resurrection F were wondering how the hell Goku got this new transformation, I was wondering how the fuck did they ever get in touch with Whis to train with him in the first goddamn place? So I'm really happy to get this question answered. Something else I also really enjoyed was Vegeta learning that Whis was Beer's martial arts master. And this immediately leads into Vegeta begging to be trained by him, and when Whis shoots him down, Vegeta starts taking him around trying to find the most delicious food on all of Earth. And this is some of the best comedic moments of the series. And much like the sequence where Vegeta was cooking the takoyaki, they're hilarious Vegeta moments where Vegeta is technically acting out of character, but it still makes sense within the context of the scene. Now the big issue with Vegeta trying to find Whis the most delicious food on Earth is that Bulma's already taken him around to a bunch of different places, he's had a whole bunch of different foods, and Vegeta's running low on ideas, until he finds the one food that Bulma hasn't shown him: instant ramen. And holy shit, that scene is great. And this is the type of joke I would expect to see pop up around the Red Ribbon Army arc, not in a post-DBZ storyline. And it works, it was fantastic. It's a type of ridiculous humor that Dragon Ball is best at, and the type of humor that made Toriyama's manga so damn popular to begin with. The comedy in this episode is on point throughout, and this is really aided by the animation. Yeah, I know, a lot of people don't like me bringing up the animation, that it's redundant to talk about when it's bad, blah blah blah. Well, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it every goddamn time, at least if it's worth mentioning. And here it is, because in this episode I thought it was really good. The animation was very quick and snappy, and complemented the comedic nature of the episode. Also, the character designs of this episode had a much sharper, angular look than what we've seen in previous episodes, which I actually really liked, because it reminded me of the DBZ episodes that were animated by Kisuke Masunaga, and he's one of my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z animators. So seeing another animator mimicking his style in this series was really nice to see. Now, this wouldn't be a Hail Zeon review if there weren't some negatives to bring up. Those negatives being the characterization of Vegeta. And this will probably be the last time I bring it up. He immediately demands to be taken to Beers to fight him. Why? Vegeta knows. Vegeta has to know for a fact that he is nowhere near Beer's level. This does not make sense for his character. If Vegeta isn't even on Goku's level, what the fuck makes him think that he can fight Beers? This is not the type of shit Vegeta does. He doesn't go and just pick fights with guys that he knows are way fucking stronger than he is. And you can say, well, he's been training. Well, that's fantastic. Vegeta still knows he's not on that tier. He's nowhere near that tier. And then there's also his obsession with surpassing Beerus and Goku. I already brought up in the past how him wanting to surpass Goku again is a huge backpedal of his character development. And to anyone who wants to argue that it's necessary for Vegeta to have this rivalry to maintain his relevance in the series, that's bullshit. Vegeta had gotten past his need for a rivalry with Goku. Instead of focusing on passing Goku, his new focus became surpassing his own limits. Just being as powerful as he could make himself and not directly competing with others, specifically Goku. In other words, he stopped being a petty fucking child about it. And now his whole obsession with wanting to surpass Beerus as well doesn't make sense with Vegeta's character. Why is he suddenly obsessed with passing Beerus? Vegeta has never been interested in passing anyone other than Goku. Vegeta's always existed in a world where people were stronger than him outside of Goku. Vegeta served under Frieza for years, and he was weaker than Frieza himself, the Ginyu Force Squadron, Zarbon, Dodoria. He was barely on par with fucking Kui, and he wasn't obsessed with surpassing them, being stronger. The only reason he gave a shit about passing Goku was that Goku was also a Saiyan. He was another pure-blooded Saiyan who had completely outranked him in power, and his pride couldn't handle that. When Gohan surpassed Goku during the Cell games, Vegeta barely gave a shit. He wasn't obsessed with now passing Gohan because Gohan was the strongest. No, Goku was his rival. So Vegeta now being obsessed with wanting to pass Beerus flat out just doesn't fucking make sense for his character. This isn't even backpedaling on Vegeta's character development. This is blatantly flanderizing Vegeta's character. They've basically boiled Vegeta's entire character down to this one tiny element, and then cranked it up to fucking 11. Now, Vegeta's character isn't completely destroyed in this episode. The fact that Vegeta wants to train with Whis shows a huge growth for him. Vegeta has never trained with anybody throughout the course of the series. He's never cared to. He's always been a solo act, gaining power by himself, his own way, refusing to rely on anyone else. And here we have Vegeta not only asking to be trained by someone, but begging, humiliating himself just so he could have this opportunity. And I think this speaks volumes about how much Vegeta has changed throughout the course of the series. Overall, this was a pretty damn solid episode. It had fantastic comedic bits, and some really good character moments as well. Well, excluding the flanderization of Vegeta, that is. And so far, this is a really good start to the Golden Frieza arc. I was super harsh on this series during the last arc, because episode after episode it was horribly disappointing me. But now it feels like the series has finally hit its stride. It knows what it's doing, it knows where it's going, and I think I'm finally ready to put faith into this series. Hopefully the show doesn't fuck that up, but I think I'm finally willing to accept Dragon Ball Super into my heart. Now, before I split, a real quick update. You guys asked for it, you're gonna get it. My next big video project is going to be a massive deconstruction of the Beerus arc. And when I say massive, I'm not fucking around. This video is going to be at least 30 minutes. Probably even longer than that. That being said, it's going to take me a while to make, so be patient. I guarantee you, the final product will be worth the goddamn wait. And for those who are disappointed I'm not going to be reviewing Resurrection F, don't worry, that's still going to happen, just this Beerus arc review is coming first.